And thanks for watching this short video on how to overcome a problem where you're flying in virtual reality in xplane and you need a push to talk button. So my scenario is I use xplane 11.2 native VR with an Oculus Rift, and I've now got rid of the joystick altogether. I'm doing everything with the Rift touch controllers, and unfortunately when I want to fly offline but with ATC, I use a program called Pilot to ATC, and that requires a push to talk, and there is no way of mapping the touch controllers from Oculus to a keyboard shortcut. And after a lot of digging around, I found the solution, but it took me a little while to work it out. So here's how I fixed it and a quick walkthrough. So you're going to need Python, and you're going to need something called Python command to key. I'm going to put a link to that in the video below. If you go to that, you'll find this page. I'm not going to go through this because this was no problem at all. It's all very simple. You just download Python and you download the plugins, follow the instructions that are on the screen, and you're ready to go. So once you've done that, we'll go to the xplane folder, and in the xplane folder we'll go to resources, and inside resources we'll go to plugins. There's the Python interface, and in the Python scripts, as long as you followed the instructions, you will have this ini file which we have to edit. Right click and edit. I prefer to use Notepad++ rather than standard Notepad. It gives me markups and it's just a nicer application. This is free, by the way, if you want to use it. If not, go ahead and use Notepad. I've already been here and edited earlier. The default is one command in here. They've called it push to talk, and it issues a virtual key. By default, the virtual key is the shift key. So in other words, when I assign this command to one of the buttons on the Rift controller, it will issue that keyboard control. The shift key was no use in Pilot to ATC, so I've changed that to be the F6. And you just edit that and use whatever function that you want to, whatever key combination you want to. F6 was already assigned in xplane to something else. I think it was decrease mixture or something like that. So if you are going to use a keyboard shortcut, remove that function or remove that mapping from inside xplane. Below here are all the virtual keys, by the way, if you scroll down, but you're not supposed to edit any of that. All you have to do is edit this push to talk, and we'll come back and I'll show you can actually put any command you want in there. Save this file, and in Pilot to ATC I'm going to go to configuration, and I'm going to set a hotkey for push to talk, and as you can see I've already set this to be the F6 key on the keyboard. So now when I press the assigned controller button, it will do the push to talk into Pilot to ATC. So let's jump into xplane, and if you make any changes to that ini file and you update it, you need to reload the script. So if you've already jumped ahead and you've already got xplane running, or you need to change the ini file, rather than stop xplane, restart it so the script reloads, you can do it. You don't have to be in VR to do this. You can just go up to plugins and the Python interface in the control panel and hit reload scripts, and you can see here it's loaded the push to talk. That's the only command in there at the moment. So close that. Now I need to jump into VR. It's only possible to assign the controllers inside VR. So we will go into flight configuration, settings, and here's my controller. And I want to map on my left controller this button here. So whenever I press that, I will get the push to talk. So button 3, scroll down, and we'll go to edit. As you can see, I've already assigned this, but now you can either search for the key, command, push, and there you can see push to talk, or if you want to do it the long-winded way, you can close down the menus, find FS code, command to key, and there is the push to talk command, apply, and it's done. Resume flight. And now I have push to talk on my left controller. Jumping back out of VR just for a second, I just want to show you one last thing, and that is if I edit the ini file, and I would have put my own commands in here. So I might want a TeamSpeak mute equals VK underscore F7. Save that. Remember to go back into xplane and reload the Python scripts, and you will now see the TeamSpeak mute as an option as you assign the keys to the controller. I hope that was helpful. I hope it made sense if you follow it through. If you have any questions or observations, feel free to add it to the notes below or the comments below. Thank you very much.